Hello guys, it's Nenye again. You're welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. So I filmed this glitter crease makeup for you all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and hit the notification button to stay updated when I post a new video. So let's get right into the video. Please stay tuned. So I already cleansed my face to start off the makeup process. Then I go in with ponds to prime my brows. This technique is quite different from the usual technique I use. That's the foundation before drawing of brows. So I'm starting off my brows first. So after putting in the primer, I set it in with my powder. After which I then outline my brows using the Davies pencil, starting from the bottom of my brow hairline before I go to the top. I'm filling in my brows by giving it upward strokes. So I'm starting from underneath the outline we already made and I'm going to drag it upward till I feel the brows. To highlight my brows, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn to highlight my arc. Our products used will be in my description box just in case I don't mention them. So I'm using my foundation shade for the beginning of my brows and then the tip of my brows. For the top of my brows, I'm using my foundation shade. This is to ensure smooth blending because later on I'm going to apply foundation on my forehead, so it's only normal that this should mix with the other foundation we're putting on later. I'm blending out using my foundation brush from Classic brush set. Then I'm going in with same concealer shade for my eyelid, which will serve as base for my shadows. And I'm using my Zikel holygrail powder to set in the concealer. After which I go into my Gelanzi palette and I use the red shadow as my main shadow. So I'm just going to like pat that in on my skin, on my eyelid, sorry. I'm basically spreading the shadows across my eyelid, leaving out the arc. So for the arc, I'm going to be using the shade, the yellow shade I just showed you to blend, and I'm just going to mix that with the red shade. I'm basically blending in the shadow so that the yellow shade and the red shade mixes up and then there's no demarcation. I'm using my lash glue in place of glitter glue, which I'm going to use as a base for my glitters. The glitters I'm just going to pat on, following the same pattern I just made. So the pattern is more like half a circle. So I'm just going to put in the glitters on my crease. So this area where you see me putting in the glitter is called the crease. I'm wiping my face to take out any fallout, excess product or dirt. For liner, I'm using the Zaron gel liner. After lining my eyes, I'm just going to go to the front to form an arc. For moisturizer, I'm using Cetaphil and Ponds as primer, and I'm just going to apply both of them concurrently and blend out. You guys will have to forgive me for murdering English because this one is on asu because Then I'm just going to apply my Nenye primer spray, after which I go in with my foundation. I'm using Classic in the shade 004. I had to mix it with Zikel foundation in the shade cacao because I noticed that I'd already toned down a bit, so I had to like make the foundation a bit darker. To highlight, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. I feel like I'm just doing this voiceover, like I'm saying the same thing over and over and over for all my makeup videos because it's the same products that I'm using. So I'm blending out the concealer in the highlighted area. So I highlighted my forehead, the bridge of my nose, underneath my eye, underneath my nose, and then underneath my lips. The thing with blending is that when you're blending, you just have to maintain the area that you want to highlight. For example, now if you are highlighting underneath your eye, just make sure it's just there underneath your eye and don't drag it elsewhere. Do you get? I'm using the Zikel foundation in the shade Cacao to contour my nose. I'm starting from where my brows started and I'm just forming a straight line downward to my nose. And I'm just going to blend out all the products on my nose. I'm still using the same foundation to contour my face too. For cream contour, I'm using the imagic lipstick palette. I'm applying my blush right on the top of my contour. I'm going back to my under eye to blend out the concealer, the leftover concealer in my under eye area. Like I mentioned earlier, when you're blending out your highlights, you have to maintain the particular area you're trying to highlight, because if you don't maintain that area, you're just going to highlight areas you don't intend to highlight. So places that are supposed to be contoured are going to be highlighted, you get. So I'm setting my face with the Zikel holygrail powder palette. I'm going to set my under eye, underneath my lips, basically all the areas that I highlighted. I'm just going to set it in with the Zikel powder. The shade I used in highlighting is like a yellowish shade. It's 2 tones lighter than my skin color, while for the rest of my face I'm using my skin shade. To bake, I'm using the marykay loose powder and I'm just going to bake all the areas that I highlighted earlier on. I'm using the same powder I used in baking right underneath my contour, just so that the contour can become pronounced, and I'm also putting it at the side of my lips just to make it more pronounced and highlighted. As usual, I'm using my imagic lipstick palette and I'm using the red shade in the lip palette, after which I go in with the brownish shade to outline my lips. After applying the reddish shade, I go in with pink, just right on top the red shade, and I'm just going to blend that out. After blending that out, I go back with my brown shade and then I blend that out and go back with my foundation shade to sculpt my lips. I'm dusting off the excess powder. That's the powder I used in baking. After that, I go in with my powder. I'm tracing the nose contour I made earlier. I'm adding some powdered blush right where I did cream blush just to make it pronounced. So I'm applying my highlighter on the areas which I highlighted earlier. That's underneath my lips, my forehead, bridge of my nose, and then on my cheek. I'm using the Kiss Beauty Spray to set my face for the last time. I used a dark brownish shade to smoke out my tear line area. Then I went back with my Zaron gel liner to reinforce the arc I made earlier. So I'm just applying lip gloss to my lipstick just to make it pop. As usual, I've been sucker for lip gloss, for glossed lips. So here's the finished look, guys, and this is what we are looking like. Hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment and share. Also turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.